finished episode.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gucci Mane. The camera stopped working, but now it's working good.
Oh, awesome.
Well, I want them to see Cheek's massive cake.
It's a lot of chocolate cake.
Alright, you're sus? Oh my goodness, we got a lot of news coming out. We got movies coming out.
Weird.
Demon Slayer in a little
bent
bit.
to you?
Yeah.
It looks like
almost like the room's like a different shape.
Yes, it's weird.
Yeah. I don't know why. It's like that part of the time.
It's the lens.
It's the lens.
Yes. Would you say Demon Slayer? We have a bunch of random
2 movies
stuff.
coming out this week. Yeah, it's kind of a bunch of miscellaneous. We're going to see 2 of those movies, so we'll get reviews out on those.
And then, of course, we have our Falcon Winter Soldier breakdown.
Yeah. I also finished my own actual review system for movies. Some reason I don't enjoy using, like, numbers or, like, I give this movie an A. Or, like, I feel like it's just, you watch a movie and you're like...
doing a grading system?
No. It's a different grading system made up by me.
Oh, you're so fancy.
And that's just what I'm going to use to rate myself.
We're going to call this the bliss factor.
Okay. What?
All right. First off,
Mia Khalifa. I read that name wrong.
Yeah, you definitely did. Mads Mikkelsen.
Jack Nickeldingle.
We haven't really talked a lot about Indiana Jones. We've talked some about like a game. Is that the theme song? I don't think that's right.
That's embarrassing. I'm gonna cut that then.
Dun,
dun, dun, dun,
yeah, there we go.
dun, dun.
You got me second guessing it.
Joining the cast of Indiana Jones 5, Indiana Jones 4, if you don't count the one with Shia LaBeouf.
I mean, Rip. So no, yeah. What was it? Crystal Skull.
Yeah.
Curse of the Crystal. No, it's just Crystal Skull.
It was Curse the Crystal Skull.
Yeah, that was number 4. We haven't really talked a lot about Indiana Jones. We talked about the Bethesda game coming out.
Yeah,
especially
that's true. That's what we talked about.
The whole Xbox buying Bethesda or whatever deal that came up.
I love Indiana Jones, honestly. It was one of my favorite. Like, when I was watching stuff as a kid and I would say, like, a classic, I would say, like, Jurassic Park, Star Wars, Indiana Jones, and, like, Lord of the Rings, maybe Harry Potter.
Which is funny, because Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings I actually watched a lot later than most people. I actually didn't watch them when I was younger. Yeah. I remember, first time I watched Harry Potter, I was all sorts of drugged up. And I mean that. No. So it was like...
Let me get a bag of weed, Pedro.
What was it? Like, I think it was my junior year of high school. Maybe my senior year. I'm trying to think. But it was either my junior or senior year. We were at camp, right?
Yeah.
And I was just not feeling it on the way up, right? Like, I was feeling disgusting. I slept the entire time, and we stopped at, like, Chick-fil-A, Wendy's, whatever, like, halfway up for our trip to the Poconos, like, up to get to the actual camp. And I just slept the entire time. It might have been my senior year, because I think we had, like, a senior bus.
Yeah,
right?
Probably.
So, I'm just sitting back, and everyone's getting off the bus to grab food, and I think it was Kaiser. I think it was Ken's dad. And
the man himself.
Yes, he was driving the bus, and he asked me, and he like comes back and like taps me on the leg. He was like, "Yo, are you good?" He's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I just have a headache. I'm not feeling too hot." And at the time, I think I was getting like a slight motion sickness. It was weird.
It happened to me a lot as a kid.
I don't get motion sickness a lot. I only get it when I'm doing long road trips. If I sleep the entire time.
Yeah.
If I which is terrible because that's just how I travel. If I like try and sleep, like if we're traveling long,
I get that. I got that a lot as a kid.
Right. If I don't have to drive or anything, I'm just like, let me go to bed.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I'm not driving or doing anything and it's just like, oh, I wake up, I'm up for another hour, let me go back to sleep to kill time. That's when I start to get that motion sickness. So that's what I thought it was. So turns out, so we get like halfway into the week. I'm not going to like any of these meals. I have like Gavin or Mikey bringing me food back to the dorm. Dude, like I'm sick. Dude, so Justin comes in, right? And he's like, you haven't been to like any of the sermons or like the foods or the classes or anything. He's like,
closer.
He's like, you've literally been. He's like, are you good? I was like, no. Like the lights were always off. If like Gavin or Mikey came in or anything, I'm like burying my face under the pillow, dude. It was so bad. So yeah, and he's asking me. We get back. I start missing school. I think I missed like 2.5, 3 weeks of school.
Oh!
I had bronchitis and pneumonia.
Yo!
It was terrible. Worst 3 weeks of my life. I mean, just bedridden.
Worse than puberty?
Yes.
Man, that's so to hit that.
Dude, it was... It was terrible. So I have all this time to kill. So I was like, I need something to watch, something to read. So I was like, all right, let me watch. Right. I was like, let me watch Harry Potter. But at the time, dude, like I had like 5 different prescription drugs. They had me on a prescription medicine inhaler, right? So like anytime, like if I started to like, it was weird. Like I'd get winded really quick since I'm in the basement. Like if I was up the steps. And if I started to get winded, I'd just go into like a coughing spree. So like if I started to get that scratch, I'd have to break out the inhaler and like exactly, dude. And I mean, like I said, 5 different prescription medicines. I think there was like 3 pills and like 2 liquids, and you were just not feeling it. I ended up watching the Harry Potter series. Dude, worst decision of my life. Like I thought they were a really good series. It's just like I was on so much. That's like all you're thinking about when you like. I watched all 6 movies in a span of like 24 hours, like 30 hours. Like I literally started on like it was over the weekend, like a Saturday morning, and I ended like Sunday morning. And that's all you're thinking about. I watched them so quick, but like for like the next week and a half, I'm just thinking about Harry Potter, and it's just like you can't get it out of your head.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is terrible. Like this is awful. I think I would rewatch Goblet of Fire like 6 times.
It's my favorite.
That's the one I love.
I love it. I'm just imagining Jim walking around his house, going to his little sister, Hermione!
Dude, I was a mess. I was such a mess. That was by far the
Stop
worst.
it, Ron!
And I don't get sick very easily.
Leviosa,
not
Leviosa.
Yeah, I normally have a really good immune system, but that was horrendous.
Your mom comes home to you casting a Patronus spell on the dog.
It was bad.
Expecto Patronum!
I think now I watched Lord of the Rings at 15, whatever, 14.
Another one of my favorites.
I liked it. It wasn't my favorite.
I think they were pretty good. I think it was, I don't want to say different, but like the whole orcs, the battle, the fights, kind of before like zombies became popular.
I got into it because I think it was the first Hobbit movie came out.
Oh, really? Wow.
Mm-hmm. That's when I was like, what is this about? And then I was like, I should probably go watch these. And then I watched,
pretty good.
I watched the first Hobbit, all the Lord of the Rings, and then continued with the Hobbit series.
Yeah. You can really watch them, whichever, so it's fun. But Indiana Jones, I'd put that almost up there with them. I just enjoyed them, the whole treasure, mystery, hunt for success,
it's
like
that
jewels,
realistic, yeah.
It's almost like a little bit of James Bond mixed with the treasure hunt, and that's what I really liked about it. But Harrison Ford is ancient. Like, is he gonna be on a walker?
I wonder if Shia LaBeouf or LaBeouf, whatever.
I hope not.
I wonder. I mean, that's what Crystal Skull was about. Was kind of transitioning that mantle, man.
Who chose Shia LaBeouf as the next Indiana Jones? Honestly,
do it.
It wasn't me. Like,
I don't know.
Optimus. Oh wait, wrong movie. Like, what's he gonna do?
I hope it's just not a money grab.
Bumblebee.
I hope it's not a money grab. That's the worst when they remake a movie
or
when they add on to a sequel for a money grab and it's so obvious. Yes. Last of Us series cast Gabriel Luna, so he was Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that.
I didn't watch the series either. Ghost Rider's never been really my favorite.
I mean, the movies were
They haven't done any justice for them.
They were all right. I think Ghost Rider's an awesome character.
Yeah.
I think he's definitely he's a like really good like Batman of the MCU, and like most people don't really associate. I feel like most people don't. When you hear Ghost Rider, you're not like Marvel.
Yeah.
You're just like Ghost Rider is kind of like his own thing.
Kind of, yeah.
Even though like he's in so many Marvel things and has like a very large part to do with Marvel. He was a disciple of Galactus at one point.
Almost like a Silver Surfer type of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I just feel like he's definitely like he kind of exists out that niche in a way, and that's kind of why I feel like the movie's kind of flop. But it's Nick Cage. And, I mean,
they probably sold on name alone, but
Nick Cage is Nick Cage, and if you know who Nicolas Cage is, and you know what that means.
Then you know what Ghost Rider was.
I mean, he's not my least favorite actor.
Go back to National Treasure.
Right,
like, I love those as well.
I love National Treasure movies.
But like Gabriel Luna, I haven't seen much with him.
I've seen clips from the TV series.
Yeah, he's playing Tommy, which Tommy is like a friend of Joe's and kind of Ellie's in the show, and stuff kind of goes haywire throughout the game. Which, it could be interesting. Kind of a major character. I don't know how much will play in the show. I expect a decent amount, actually.
I guess I should probably watch this series, though. You said you like Last of Us, right?
Dude, I loved it. I very rarely play, like, single-player games over and over. Right. Dude, I played it, like, every difficulty.
It's
I watched
so
it, played again. The second one.
Single-player game, man.
The story is just so good.
Is it?
Like, the fact...
It's like apocalypse survival, right?
Kind of, yeah. But it's like, you get attached to the characters. Like, I was watching the end and I was like, no. I was like, what's going on? Like, part of the show, I was like, no, you have to survive. I was like, holy moly.
I think I won't make any judgments. I know you've talked about, it's, what's his face from Mandalorian is...
yeah, he's playing Joe.
He's playing Joe?
Yeah.
Mama.
No, you're getting a boot track.
So, yeah, right. Like
you're getting a boot track.
You actually edit these anymore. You just throw them up.
When they're late, like Tuesdays and stuff, I don't usually edit because we need to get them up.
Right. And I mean, you also have all this stuff where it's like you're working whatever times on Monday, and I'm busy season, so I'm now working Mondays as well. I had drill this weekend.
Fun fact, I'm actually trying to broaden this to make it more exciting, more different stuff from other podcasts. I'm taking ideas from them. Maybe start writing some little skits I'll do and throw them in as well.
I was thinking that, actually.
So I've got some in mind.
Yeah, I saw something. I was like, I wonder if we should do something. Like, I don't know how we would incorporate it, but I was definitely...
I have a couple ideas,
I was thinking about that. Like, I wonder if one week, like... So, like, we have a lot of bullet point stuff. I was wondering if, like, what if we skip a week? Or we do something, like, quick, hit the bullet point stuff, and
I have some examples to show you of stuff that I think of.
Well, definitely. Yeah, that's funny, because I was actually... That was today in, like, our drive back from Vineland. I was looking at TikTok and something popped up, and I was just like, we should...
I got that whole green screen, like, I'm trying to use it, and I'm going to put it up in that one room, and eventually have a studio in there and stuff like that. So I'm excited. Stuff's to come. I'm always expanding.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always down.
I had to write a commercial and a script and a monologue for the class, so that's what made me think of it.
Oh, I wanted to say, I didn't see a lot for Gabriel Luna, just because the only thing I know about him is being in... And maybe I've seen something that he was in and I just didn't recognize him. But the Ghost Rider thing, like I said, I've only seen clips.
Yeah.
I do remember seeing one clip that I was just like, that is so cheesy.
I feel like that's more the writing. I would give that more the writing on this show.
Right, so that's why I don't think... I think I'll watch the series and I'll base it off of that, what I think.
That's going to be a lot of people's, honestly, I think, for him.
But yeah, I just remember there was something, and I was like, that is like corny as heck. And I was just the way that was going
I'm the Ghost Rider.
Yeah, I don't know.
Watch out.
I feel like Ghost Rider is an interesting thing.
Yeah.
To play. Maybe that's not just the actors, because, I mean, he's like a tortured soul at the same time as like cursed with going for justice or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess he was partially in Terminator Dark Fate. It's been a while since I've seen that. And Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Which one's Dark Fate? I never watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I didn't watch Agents of
I'm a Marvel
S.H.I.E.L.D.
buff, and I never watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I didn't either. I don't know why. It just never appealed to me. But we also got a couple of anime things, actually. We're going this weekend to
Demon Slayer,
and you started watching, what was it?
So, To Your Eternity.
Okay.
This is one episode out. It's out on Verve. I might be on Funimation. Let me check real quick. But, so, what it is, I mean, it's one episode. I don't want to spoil it, but it is...
Is it looking good?
It's a roller coaster.
Dubbed or subbed?
It's subbed.
Okay.
I did like say I'll watch it subbed. Let me look this up. To Your...
Sub, those of you most you probably know, but that means it's Japanese with English subtitles, which means you have to read, which is one thing I hate.
So it is not on Funimation. It is on Verve. I would assume it's on Crunchyroll as well. So it is the basis I'll give you is the first episode is very narratory.
Yeah.
So like it's just narrative. So like you're following your characters, but there's only two.
Okay.
In the first episode. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And I was so confused because there's only one episode out. Yeah. And there's people saying that this is the best anime that 2020.
I've seen things about that. And I'm just
they're like, this is the best anime spring's gonna produce. This is the best anime 2021. I think this is going to be a very good show.
Really?
I mean,
you just have to watch it, I guess?
You just have to watch it. I highly recommend this. I was talking to Dalton about it, and I asked him, I was like, yo, have you watched To Your Eternity? And he was like, no, but I've heard it's like a 9 out of 10.
Didn't watch it.
Again, it is only one episode. But I mean, the animation is so good. It is. It's so good. Like, it's not like perfect.
Yeah.
You kind of get that old. I'm trying to think of a certain movie You kind of get that like older animation vibe. Like, do you remember the movie with the like Fish Queen?
I was gonna say the first girl in the sea. I'm trying to think of the name.
I can't think of the name of that.
I know Ponyo.
Ponyo. Yes, Ponyo. It
looks like my sister.
Dude, yes, Ponyo. So you kind of get that vibe. That's what I'm saying. But it's a newer version, like a newer animation style. And I really liked seeing that because it kind of... I'm really hoping, like, you need to watch it. And,
I'm going to watch it.
Because I feel like I'm, like, not making sense talking about the Ponyo animation. But if you watch it, you'll know what I mean because you kind of get that vibe from it.
Yeah, I got time. So I got 5 more hours before I go to bed.
It's hard to say. It's so good.
Yeah. With nothing to go off.
Right.
Like borderline nothing to go off.
Right. But
does it make you think, or is it like...
Yes. So you'll understand what I mean about the whole narrative situation.
Okay.
You're kind of taking this like storytelling approach. Mm-hmm. And I mean that in quite literal sense. So like you have your everyone can say, oh, every movie, show, anime is storytelling. No, like this is literally like a storytelling approach, and you are kind of like a spectator as to what's going on.
It's kind of cool.
I'm excited to see it. It's first episode. Hits you in the heart, man. It does.
Already?
It hits you, dude. And like you get to a point. And it like sits in the back of your mind. Something like sits in the back of your mind. You're like, no way, like, not now. And then you get to the end. You're like,
they make love on Stevie Mama Love.
So, but I watched it subbed for this the straight reasoning of the reason I won't watch like My Hero subbed just to keep up, or like I really have a hard time switching to Attack on Titan is because whether the voice acting is good or bad. I mean, maybe if it's horrendous, I'll switch. I started it dubbed. Right. Yeah. I started it dubbed. Like, I have a certain, like, mental image of what this character is. And if you put a different voice behind it, I mean, at that point, you're just you're kind of watching a different character.
It's like swapping a character, like, you switch Chris Evans as Captain America.
Right.
But then you put someone else acting it, and it's like, wait.
Right. And it's just one of those things where it's like, if you really want to know the story and it doesn't bother you, good for you. But, like, I have no issue waiting. Like, out of the 4 episodes on My Hero that have been released, I've only watched the first 2 because sub just dropped yesterday or Saturday, whatever it was. But yeah, so because this is a brand new anime, I was like, let me get rid of any like stereotype voice actor that there is, I'll start subbed. And especially like if you do this. Start this one, you have no problem with it.
Gotcha.
I mean, it's just one of those things where you're not going to be seeing a lot of, like, fast-paced subtitles. Mm-hmm. Like, you can take your time, you can watch it, you can enjoy the animation, the show, like, the story behind it. And it's not like you have to deal with Meliodas' voice actor as Inosuke in Demon Slayer. Have you gotten to that? Oh, my gosh, that's so bad. It's so weird. That's probably my least favorite voice acting that I've come across is Inosuke in Demon Slayer.
Yeah, I'm excited for the movie, though, coming out. It's got a 7 right now out of 10. Pretty good. IGN just dropped their review on it.
Oh, they dropped their review already?
They gave it a 7 out of 10. I didn't watch the review because it'd probably be close to spoilers. And I actually have a few more episodes on the show to finish.
So, I said this when we debated Kong versus Godzilla. I think if you're going into a movie... Rotten Tomato meter, like all of that, it's a thing, but like I don't know if I said this on the podcast with us or if this was in like one of our multiple debates we had off camera, but I really don't care about critic ratings.
Yeah.
Because, you're making your own scale. I think it's a good idea to give you like, I know what to expect, but I mean, like my big thing when we were talking about debates for Kong vs. Godzilla is you guys were going off of IMDb's ratings and I was using the audience rating. Mm-hmm. My audience rating is pretty close to comparison to what I would have rated the movie. Yeah. And you guys with your critic rating, so how you look at it,
but it's how it is, yeah.
Right, but my point is like a critic's job is to literally critique the movie. They are going to look for what they don't like.
That'd be
like
a fun job.
Yeah, literally just smack talk someone's work. It's just like, I get it.
I just saw a pop up
You
on
have to
Instagram.
pick
That
apart,
was it. Yeah.
But it's like, they can go in and say good things about a movie, and it's all about, like, there's so many things. I did a speech on this in college. There's so many things that can build up to it. Like, if there's this massive amount of, and we said it on here, Spider-Man 3. If there's this massive amount of, for Spider-Verse, I mean, that just builds into it, and it's getting more 50-50. I even said that as time goes on, I don't know if Spider-Verse is going to happen.
I don't think it's Spider-Verse. It always could be.
There's always a chance, because it's Marvel.
We had not a leak, but we had some news for it with Doc Ock now coming back.
Yeah, that was already confirmed. It was already confirmed.
It was confirmed. I say it again because I don't know if it was confirmed that the actor was coming back and they didn't know who he was playing, but now it's 100%.
Yeah, so it was confirmed that he was coming back as Doc Ock, but he also had an interview recently, and I didn't read the article. I think I said it to you on Snapchat. I only read the first part.
Dude looks like
But he makes a comment about like a certain fight scene, and apparently just started spilling it.
Oh,
Again,
yeah.
I didn't read the I didn't read the article.
I also didn't either because I didn't want it to be spoiled.
That very well could have been clickbait. Snapchat's like bigger on clickbait. But like all of that goes into a movie. Like, I mean, Endgame, the amount of build up for that, and you could just feel like the thickness in the air of just excitement and the entire time.
Yeah.
Even when I watched it in basic. Like, I mean, you have civilians, you have recruits, all of us that are there, and even that, it's just like, whoa.
Yeah.
But yeah, their job's literally to pick apart the smallest stuff. And I mean, I'm not faulting them for it, but I would rather go off of an audience rating because that's your everyday person, like me and you going into a movie. So that's why, like, I'll watch it first. I'll look at a critic rating. I'm trying to think of the one movie, it was a few years ago, that it was like a 23% or something, and we went and watched it, and I was just like, I think it was a horror movie.
Maybe it was like Annabelle or something.
And they said it was terrible. Yeah, maybe it wasn't Annabelle. I don't know. They gave it like a 23 to 27%, something like that. And I walked out and I was like, that was awesome. But sometimes they're right, and you just you walk out and you're like, all right, that was all right. That was mediocre. But yeah, I would rather go off of. Audience.
I'm excited to see it. Also, we'll be watching this weekend
Mortal Kombat. Yes. We'll be watching that here.
I'm excited. I'm excited in the fact another movie is coming out to watch. We'll be watching that at my place. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was never the biggest MK fan growing up. My buddy is. He's super excited for it. I know that. It's just not something
There's not a lot of hype built up around it.
I don't need to pay $12 to go pay for overpriced snacks and watch it. I think that's something I'll enjoy nonetheless. I know there are a lot of MK fans out there that this is like, yes.
Yeah, they're like, finally.
I think there's a good anime movie called Scorpions something. And I think it revolves around Scorpion. Josh watched it and recommended it to me. I never watched it.
Okay.
I think it revolves around Scorpion. But there's an anime out there, I believe, and he said it was amazing. And I mean, it all really just depends on your
it could be
your niche. I'm excited to see it. I like the what is it? I Am Sub-Zero line that they drop. I think that looks cool. I'm excited to see what they do with it. I know a good chunk about the characters.
It's gonna be a lot of fight, a lot of gore, a lot of fun
behind it. I have played the games. Yeah. I played some of them.
I don't play them that long, but
I mean, I can't say I've gone through and played I played from MK to MK11. I beat all the stories, and I played what? I played a little bit of
DC, Mortal Kombat versus DC.
A little bit of 9 or whatever it is. I know for a fact I beat 10 and I beat 11. Yeah.
Yeah.
I played 10 on my
I get
phone,
bored of fighting games quick. That's my main thing. Like,
it's interesting.
Like, I'm done.
Yeah, it's mostly we just use it to mess around with my group. We'll play.
Yeah.
Pretty much what it is, and then you go online and I'd go online to try and just master a combo, but other than that, I mean, I'm just playing towers the entire time, trying to get gear.
Yeah.
I found myself in a repetitive loop.
I'm excited that we got a couple movies to watch this weekend. I love movies, so
excited for Demon Slayer.
It'll be nice, yeah.
So I've been waiting so long for more Demon Slayer content. We were actually talking about that at Drill this weekend. Because when we were in DC, I got my buddy to watch it. I told him, I was like, dude, the animation is so good. Because we started talking anime a little bit, and he didn't really watch a lot. And there are a few that Dalton's recommended to me that I'm just like, 100%. This is what I'm gonna put you on because I want you to like weeb out on it. And Demon Slayer, like I just know that was really good, especially just because it's a newer animation. I'm so excited.
I liked it.
He blew through it in like 3 days.
Yep, I've caught up some on Black Clover too. I actually really enjoy Black Clover.
I started watching.
I don't know why, but like I'm not watching it on
Funimation. There's actually
there's more on Verve, isn't there?
I don't know about Verve. There's a site that Joey put me on. They have a lot. It's not even just Anipolex.
Yeah.
It's like Watch.
Is it dubbed?
You don't have water here. That's why I keep coughing, man.
Rip. Is it dubbed?
Yeah. So it's Anipolex Play, right? This site, yeah, it's dubbed. You can watch dubbed or sub. Dude, they have so many animes. This was before I put Joey on the Funimation account. They have so many. I finished Sword Art. If you're with Funimation or something, Sword Art, Funimation only has Sword Art dubbed. If you watch dub up to Alicization War of the Underworld.
Okay.
They have it up to that point. They don't have that season dubbed.
Yeah.
But if you go to that site, it's dubbed, and I watched it all on that site. It's like 24 episodes, 23, 24, because I think it's like a 2-part season kind of, like they break it up into 50-50. And you have 12 episodes for the first one, 11 for the second one. It's really good. I mean, I was able to catch up. They're definitely coming out with another Sword Art season. I think that was already announced for 2022.
It's pretty good. We also got another trailer drop from Marvel. So Shang-Chi's trailer officially dropped. You get the Mandarin that you thought you were going to get in Iron Man 3, but you actually didn't.
I'm glad they redid it. He's a really good villain.
He's a really good villain. When I watched the third one, I was like, this isn't the Mandarin. I was like, who? I was like, what?
Especially if you watch the old
Iron Man movie.
Not even the movie. I'm talking about the I think it was a Nickelodeon series where Tony Stark is.
Yep, that one as well.
He's a teenager.
Yeah.
And he's hanging out. Pepper Potts as a teenager. Rhodes as a teenager. It's like CGI. And you get that Mandarin and the 10 rings and that like conflict. Yeah, so that's the Mandarin I want.
Yeah, so Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings is focusing mainly on the Mandarin, and like the Ten Rings can like control elements and it's like different statues and different stuff that who it is, and it's kind of hard to explain, but he's actually a really big villain. Honestly, I feel like
James. What did I say earlier when we watched?
You said it was a mix of like James Bond and like what was it?
I don't know.
Almost like Indiana Jones or something. You said the Mummy.
Mummy, right? Yep. Yeah, I get an Indiana Jones Mummy vibe just because like in the trailer you get a clip of all the soldiers, like the I think it was spears. It might be more.
It was like undead, not undead, but it was like that kind Roman of time type of soldiers and stuff.
And I mean just like the fight scene, like most of the fight scenes they show you are on that bus.
Yeah.
I think. But it's a lot of hand to hand.
We make a team.
Yeah, I think. I mean, it's definitely gonna take. Not that Marvel movies aren't action movies, but it's definitely gonna It seems like it's got that vibe.
I thought it looked okay, but it's not like when you dropped Civil War trailer. I was like,
no.
Oh boy! I was like, we about to get glizzied on.
Right. Well, I mean, and also there's all that hype about Spider-Man coming.
Yeah.
In. I think it's for a teaser. For a teaser, I think it's good. They don't show you too much.
Yeah.
You get this like little tidbit of what the character is gonna like go through and look like. I think it does its job as a teaser. I'll definitely watch it.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm actually more interested to see how they portray the Mandarin than how they portray Shang-Chi. Because Shang-Chi's never really been a guy I really cared that much about.
And the fact that they messed up the Mandarin.
Yeah. Man, it could wreck some stuff.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Finished filming.
Big wrap.
Wrapped up productions. Finally. Maybe we'll start getting some teasers.
Dude, we should be getting a trailer soon.
Yeah, something.
And we should be getting a trailer for that. Maybe.
Well, when is that? That's coming out this year, right?
Yeah.
Late this year. Oh, because Spider-Man's December.
You know, when does Shang-Chi come out? Yeah.
So, I don't want to say it, but I mean, it's Spider-Man 3, if it's coming out after multiverse, can it even still be a Spider-Verse?
I think I read something that Spider-Man 3 takes place right after Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm not 100% sure. I think I read something about that, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, I'm going to need a timeline, because if it's coming out before... So, timeline-wise, if Spider-Man 3 takes place, it's what? What's the title again? Home Run or something? No, that's not it. That was a fake title.
Well, what?
Spider-Man 3 title.
Yeah, I only remember the fake ones.
Yeah,
it was like Home Wrecker, Home Slice, Home Run. No Way Home. That's what it was.
No Way Home. As of right now, it's No Way Home. Dude, I don't know. I feel like if it's time-wise, if it takes place before Multiverse of Madness, I think there's still a chance it could be Spider-Verse. But timeline-wise, if it takes place after Multiverse of Madness, I'm going to say it's not a Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that just because timeline-wise, if it happens before, like, obviously the movie comes out, but, like, Captain Marvel was a prequel, technically. Like, timeline, if it falls before, I'm saying it's a chance.
Yeah.
I would say that if they
it's still up there. But
I would say if Marvel came out and said this, then it's a possibility, and I wouldn't just immediately write it off.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I've said it last episode, 2 episodes ago. As we get closer, the less I think it's going to happen.
I think so too, especially with Doc Ock confirmed.
Doctor Strange is going to have to clean it up. If it's Multiverse of Madness, if we're going off of titles and what we know so far, Multiverse of Madness would have to be the cleanup. Otherwise, you're spending... You kind of just, like, throw away what happened in Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Like, Far From Home. And the entire movie is just going to be about him clearing his name, which is kind of a waste of a movie.
Unless it's like a...
Sinister Six.
Yeah, like a John Wick 3, like, oh, we know who he is. I want him dead.
Right.
Giving me his head. Rhino comes in, like, Vulture comes back, like, Electroshocker, Doc Ock, all these people come in.
Yeah.
To claim him.
And I've said, I don't know if I want a Sinister Six movie this early.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong. I love the Sinister Six.
And
I want him in, like, I want to see him need help from, like, Black Cat.
I don't want it wasted on a Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want those two to be a thing where he can't... Because that's what Sinister Six is. It's him struggling, and maybe he gets help from someone. But, I mean, for the most part, it's Spider-Man versus the Sinister Six, not Spider-Man versus the Sinister Six. And, I mean, it's never easy for him. Yeah. Like, you don't want these two senior Spider guys to come in and just make it look like, okay, we can split it, each person takes 2. I don't want them to waste it on that.
I think it'll be good, though. I have complete trust on Marvel at this point. Like, but then we also got the Flash movie has started production.
Yes.
And this movie's been forever. It's set to release 2022. It's got a lot of production ahead of itself, honestly.
Where'd I put it? Oh, I should put this together. Flash movie, Michael Keaton.
Yeah, so GameSpot put something out. Michael Keaton is, I guess, confirmed, or it's looking like he's going to be playing Batman or Bruce Wayne. Sounds like good news. I think it's bad because if it's a Flashpoint, why are you... I don't want to waste
you're talking about Flashpoint.
Yeah.
I'm talking about... Okay, on a different note, Michael Keaton coming back.
I think it's cool. I love that.
That's awesome. Wasting it on a Flashpoint this early into the game.
In the game.
That's Warner Brothers for you, or DC, whatever you want to call it.
That's their, like, have an Injustice thing.
Holy smokes, Batman.
Like, yeah. There's no reason to do it this early. There's no reason for a Flashpoint. I can't even point it out.
I'm wondering. So if they're doing Flashpoint this early, and I mean, so if you're going off of Josh Whedon's brain fart, Justice League, then I think a Flashpoint right now is really, really stupid.
Even if you go off Zack Snyder's.
Well, if you go off Snack
Snyders.
I'm so hungry.
I'm actually hungry too.
Zack Snyder's the Snyderverse. It kind of makes more sense though, because in Justice League, all you're seeing is
they haven't even done part
Flash.
2 of the Justice League.
No, well, you're not going to get it, Josh. Exactly, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
No, but my point is, it would make more sense off of the Snyderverse, because Josh Whedon, you just get corny Flash. He's making all these. I really hope this is East or whatever he says when him and Superman are saving people. you get a lot more of that background of Barry knowing not like time gets weird, and then he makes the comment about when he like rewinds time and saves everyone.
Yeah. Some of my favorite scenes from Snyderverse
make your own
Flash.
future, fix your own past, or whatever it is. Time is your like it's 3 lines. That it makes more sense because he realizes he can mess with time. Mm-hmm. He's known he can mess with time, but you really start to see him understand that he has that responsibility.
Well, he did it in the movie because he's like, gotta go fast, gotta go now, gotta go fast, gotta stop this. And he rushes and he like rewinds it a bit and saves the Justice League, which was cut out of the other one. But
I think it was in there. I think
that scene wasn't in the
There
Snyder's,
wasn't something.
or in
I thought
Whedon's.
there was something in Whedon's.
No, that whole part of him rewinding time was cut.
That wasn't in Whedon's at all.
No, they had the scene of him carrying the family instead.
Oh, and he like accidentally rewinds it or something, right?
I don't think he rewinds
I thought he rewinds time in Josh Whedon's. Hang on.
It's been a while, but...
Oh, not that tab. That's my anime tab.
The other tab.
Does Flash rewind?
But anyway,
time?
so I'm excited. I don't even know if I like Ezra Miller yet as Flash, honestly. I think he's cool. I don't think he's going to do a bad job.
Seeing him in Zack Snyder's, I like him. Seeing him in Whedon's, I was not a fan.
Whedon's, I was like, this guy ain't it.
No,
but,
seeing him in Snyder Cut, I like that.
But it's cool. If Michael Keaton is coming back, that's also really awesome as well. Something that's not awesome is Jim Gordon from the Robert Pattinson Batman movie is apparently getting his own spin-off show.
So dumb.
You don't need that. Gotham gave us Jim Gordon's story, gave us Bruce Wayne's intro, and it was pretty good as well. It was a pretty good show.
It gave us a Bruce Wayne's intro. I wouldn't say it gave us.
Yeah, and it was like Wayne's part intro. Of his like.
It really
how he came to it.
Yeah, it definitely took a lot more time to develop the whole him transitioning into I'm gonna be a vigilante.
Yeah. And Jim Gordon kind of like how he came up, how the criminals came up.
Yes.
Gotham's actually a decent show. And
I like Gotham. I never finished it.
I didn't either.
I'm trying to think of where I got to.
I honestly think the first 2 seasons were actually really good in my opinion.
I can't remember where I left off.
It was right before.
Yeah. It was right before Bruce actually started like going out in like a mask and stuff. But he was still like going out doing stuff. I mean, I like Gotham. I just stopped watching.
Why are you doing that though? We haven't even seen Jim Gordon yet in the movie. You don't even know if people like him, if he's enjoyable.
I think this is a complete. This is an absolute money grab. That's exactly what this is. Like we said at the beginning with Indiana Jones, this is a money grab. But
let's wrap up with Falcon.
Yes.
Big build-up episode.
Falcon Winter Soldier.
The fight was good.
Yes,
everything else was honestly kind of slow, in my opinion.
It went back to take the time. I think Falcon Winter Soldier is taking a lot of time to really show you, like, hey, everything's messed up right now. Yeah. This is the consequences, and these are 2 characters that can really show you that everything's messed up. Because you don't really see it in what are the only things that really show after the blip? WandaVision, which you really don't see anything about after the blip. You get glimpses of it with...
You don't really see much, honestly.
With, Sword. What's her name?
I forgot it. But yes.
It's like an R. That's going to bother me. Yeah, the chick from Sword. You see her coming back and being super confused about her mom. But that's... I mean, you don't really get a lot. And Spider-Man 2, Far From Home. I mean... Yeah, everything's kind of weird. You got a grown-up kid who is now in Tom Holland's class. And it's just like, yeah, it's weird, but they're on vacation, and he's got his own things to do.
Yeah, they're not really focused on it. They just mention it so you know what it is in the timeline. And
This is the big, like, time is messed up. These guys, like, that's why they keep going back like they did in this episode and showing, like, the mess-ups. John Walker. I want to talk about him. I mean...
Good fight scene.
Yes. You really see him kind of, like, snap. After Lamar Battlestar, he's gone. Done.
GG's.
And he's justifying killing the guy in revenge as saying he killed him.
Yeah.
Even though he knows that he didn't. I think that's what he even told his parents, Lamar's parents.
Yeah, he said, I got revenge for you by killing the guy that killed your son.
Cap.
Literally.
You see him snap. So we talked about this, and I talked about this with another guy this weekend.
Should he have been able to hold his own in a fight against Bucky and Falcon?
I think it makes sense.
When you explained it to me and your thought, initially I was like,
right. You think
if you throw
he
Winter
should get
Soldier,
the floor
like
mopped.
you throwing Captain America, Winter Soldier in there,
Right?
as
That's
Bucky,
exactly what they said.
He's done. He is done.
That's exactly what he said. Winter
Assassinated,
Soldier
slapped,
Bucky,
destroyed.
he got nerfed, and I was like, not necessarily. A lot of time's gone on since then.
Yeah.
So
he doesn't want to be that guy anymore.
So the rundown we talked about beforehand is he's done with Winter Soldier, and he even makes a comment. He's White Wolf, with Wakanda. So Sam, nonetheless, like they both have mental stuff going on, and you also have, and I didn't even think about this till just now. You have John Walker. I mean, he's taking the serum, and he is just, like, angry.
Yeah,
so, I mean, now you have an adrenaline rush. This is the ruthless Winter Soldier with the Captain America shield in John Walker. And, Bucky's not as ruthless. Like, you see this throughout the entire series so far.
Yeah.
I would definitely like to think, like, he's like, oh, we want to do this. We want to take you out. Nonetheless, that kill or be killed is not there, and there's a difference. When you're not fighting like that, there's a big difference.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're, like, subconsciously pulling punches, like, because you're not going to mark the guy. Yeah. Like, you're getting the shield back, and you're getting this guy done. And they try and talk him down in the beginning.
Yeah. You see him get a little more aggressive when Sam's on the ground. He's about to hit him. He's like, no.
And then,
grabs him, gets the shield, and they start prying it off. And he breaks his arm, actually, I believe.
Yeah. Because, he was, like, back, and they snapped
like, that was it. He was like...
So him holding his own, definitely, like, you can't just... like be like, oh, I want him to get, use him to mop the floor. But if you're thinking about it from a storytelling perspective, that fight completely makes sense.
It was a good fight. I loved it. The rest of the episode was kind of just build up, which I get.
Yeah, there's more character background.
It's supposed to be a big fight's coming up. Good fight.
Sharon,
you
told me something that I don't think we've had the conversation about.
The broker, what is that what it's called?
Yeah.
It looks like it. I called it
Power Broker.
Power Broker. Episode 3, I think I called that when she was first introduced. It said she's the Power Broker.
Yo,
I was like, mark my words.
Mighty sus, my guy.
You don't see a lot of her. You see enough to kind of confirm my theory. That's about it.
I'm starting to question, man. Does she actually want to come back to the States? I think her time away is getting a little corrupted.
Yeah.
The character background, I mean, Sam and Bucky definitely kind of, like, meld together a little bit more. So Sam's fixing up his boat. They're doing the whole thing. Like, you see a community build up because he's going through his whole thing with, he goes and talks to Isaiah or Jeremiah? The old Winter Super Soldier.
Yeah.
So he had whatever talk, and, you see his, like, not morals, but, like, he gets shaken.
Yeah.
Because, like, and, Sam's kind of been the one, like, Bucky's, like, you see it throughout the whole show. Mm-hmm. The shield represents the good in me.
Yeah.
And he's like, if Steve's wrong
about you, then he's wrong about me.
Exactly. And Sam's more of this, like, kind of, like, neutral character. You definitely see it. You might think, watching it, like, Sam is, like, I want this shield to be destroyed. Mm-hmm. But he bounces back and forth so much, and you see that with all... I mean, if you want to throw John Walker into the mix, you have Bucky, who represents, like, the shield standing for good.
Yep.
You have Carly saying the shield stands for evil. Sam's that neutral in between.
He's like, which is it?
If you want to bring John Walker into the mix, since he is the Captain America, that would be more or less like your... what people think that it represents, and then when you get that weight, you kind of just snap under it. But I wouldn't really even account him in for it. I would say that Sam, Bucky, and Carly are like your main 3 representations.
That's mine as well. That's who I'd...
That's going to be like your bounce back and forth between any, like, worldwide thing. Like, you're going to have people
good,
who think
bad,
this way.
in between.
Exactly.
But we see her in the Flag Smashers kind of build up to, like, we're going to fight tonight.
It's getting dark, man.
Kind of cuts off right there from then, and then just goes, like...
She is embracing it, and you see all these people questioning it, like, oh, we work with criminals now? And I said it right before she said it. I was like, well, you are a criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, she's getting...
I'm actually really excited for next week's episode. I think it'll be good. We'll probably get to see Sam in his new costume. For those of you that are curious what was in the box, it's probably Sam's red, white, and blue Falcon costume with the shield.
Is it a Falcon? Oh, I just dropped it.
I think so, yeah, because he can still fly and stuff with it.
Right, so here's my question. I said I saw a set photo. Like... I might be just, like, imagining this, but I'm pretty sure there's a set photo out there of Sam and Bucky standing there, and Sam's in the red, white, and blue Falcons. But, like, and, you know, comic-wise, when Sam takes the shield, you know, he's still Falcon, but he's Captain America. Like, he's got the shield, and he's got his wings. But he made a comment, you can keep the wings, to his Army buddy, Air Force buddy.
Yeah. I think the guy's going to come back and be like,
I think he's going to have
on
the
you,
wings.
or some quippy like that.
I think he's going to keep the wings. Because, like I said, I might be just imagining things. It's been a long weekend, but I'm pretty sure I saw a set photo with him in that costume. Yo, where's Cap? Is he dead?
I don't know. They mention him like he's dead, but they don't.
They definitely
like,
say he's like gone a lot, and like they reiterate it a lot in that like final scene.
Someone says something like, "Why don't you just go talk to Cap?" Or what does Cap think when all this is going on? He has like, if he's alive, he has to have an opinion on this.
I think.
Why would he not come out? I get it, he's old and be like.
Yeah, there's a few ways this could go. I think, and I'll make it short. Yeah, he's either gone back. Least likely, he went back to his time, which I don't think happened because I think he only went there after Peggy died.
Yeah.
So there's that. I think he's still alive, but being somewhere in like off somewhere, like staying on the DL. Not like he's not used to that. In case that, because they never say it. In case they want to like get a Chris Evans cameo, or he's dead.
Yeah, I mean, that's about it.
But after credit scene.
John Walker's making his own shield. It's going to be trash. I mean, if it's just metal, it's just metal.
Oh, yeah.
It's not going to last against vibranium and a man.
Yeah. You know his name.
U.S. Agent is
US
his name
Agent.
as well.
Yeah.
Same abilities as Captain America. Has a serum. The only thing is his shield's not vibranium. At least as far as we know yet. He was literally making it in his basement.
I don't think it's going to be vibranium. I don't know how he would get a hold of it.
I don't know either. Unless he stole something from Wakandans. But
I saw a meme on TikTok about him, like, hammering stuff. Like, someone was like a blacksmith and they were like John Walker right now.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't get it, but I'm not going to wait for the spoiler. Yeah. And then I watched it. I was like, all right, this meme makes sense. But I mean, that's all we got.
That wraps that up. Next week we got those movies reviews coming. We got a lot of stuff.
That's probably going to be a chunk of it.
It's going to be a big chunk.
Party._chat. You know where to find us. I think you should get that like scale on paper, and I'll drop that on the Instagram. That way, anyone who actually like looks at the Instagram and actually listens, they can see what we're going off of.
We didn't talk about Apex. We don't have time because I think somebody cut up. I'll go really quick. Apex new season announced, no longer numbered. It's Apex Legacy. We have a Valkyrie character. No news for her abilities yet. No news for her powers. We have a new bow coming in. Titanfall kind of theme. We'll put a lot more on it next week. We've been playing a lot, and I plan to grind a lot of ranks next season when it comes out. T-Ron's been playing with me, and the dudes randomly cracked at Apex. So, all right, we'll see you guys next time. We love you guys. Bye.